Okay, just making sure. And we are live. Hello everyone, Mike here. Welcome back inside the garage area. My fourth try at doing this. My last 3 tries didn't go as well, but this is what happens when you have a 9-year-old laptop. Things go bad. But anyway, we've got much to cover today. We've got a playoff preview, and we've got some drama involving one of NASCAR's stars. So let's first go into our playoff preview. Let me shrink my mug down a bit. There we go. So, race 1 of the Cup Playoffs is Sunday night in Darlington with the Southern 500. And take a look at your playoff grid right here, from Larson all the way down to Kevin Harvick. Larson has a commanding 28-point lead heading into round 1 of the playoffs. It goes from Larson, 28 points back are Blaney and Truex. Go back another 2 points, it's Kyle Busch. Another point is defending series champion Chase Elliott. Go back 6 more points, you'll find Bowman and Hamlin, who we'll talk about a little later. Another point back is William Byron. Go back another point, Joey Logano. 5 points back of Logano are Keselowski and Kurt Busch. 3 points back of Kurt Busch, is Christopher Bell, Michael McDowell, and Eric Almirola. Go back 2 points from Almirola, Tyler Reddick. And go back 1 point from Reddick, Kevin Harvick. So, the race we have coming up is Darlington. Tough, tricky, mile and a third track. Let me just mute this. Come on, background noise. Yeah, but we have Darlington. Mile and a third intermediate track, egg-shaped oval. And going off what we've seen in 2021 so far, Kyle Larson, Hendrick Motorsports, they've dominated the intermediate tracks. I think they'll dominate this one too. Look for guys like Elliott and Bowman to lead early, Byron to lead the second stage of the race. But I think Kyle Larson's going to dominate. He's going to win this one. So look for Kyle Larson to win the Southern 500. So that's the Cup side of things. On to the Camping World Truck Series. Darlington will be race 2 of their playoffs. Taking a look at their playoff grid, they are in the round of 10. And after the last race at Gateway, we've seen guys like John Hunter, Nemechek, Sheldon Creed, and Ben Rhodes start to pull away. But Nemechek had his fair share of issues last time out at Gateway. So, if a guy like Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, Todd Gilliland, or Stuart Friesen can capitalize on that poor finish from John Hunter last time out at Gateway and parlay that to a win at Darlington, John Hunter and Nemechek better watch out, because a guy like Sheldon Creed or Ben Rhodes could overtake him. Now, going back to John Hunter Nemechek, he had a mediocre finish after those issues last time around in St. Louis. So, he's going to have a monkey on his back. He's going to look to get the monkey off his back, get a win at Darlington, put himself forward into the round of 8. My dark horse pick for this is either going to be Johnny Sauter, Grant Enfinger, or Austin Wayne Self. Those guys are looking for momentum as we close out the year, head into 2022. Now, out of the playoff drivers, I'm going to look for John Hunter Nemechek and Sheldon Creed to dominate. And my pick for this, that's got to be John Hunter Nemechek. So, John Hunter Nemechek will win Sunday afternoon at Darlington. Now we go to the Xfinity Series. They're racing at Darlington as well, Saturday afternoon. And take a look at the preliminary playoff grid. Right now, my championship 4 are Cindric, Allmendinger, Gragson, and Harrison Burton. Yes, Harrison Burton. Remember, he's going over to the Wood Brothers in 2022. So if he's going to look to add an Xfinity title to his resume before he moves over to Cup. Cindric has dominated this season, and I'm going to look for him to dominate in this race. But there is a caveat to this, and that caveat is named Justin Allgaier. If he's able to pull out a win, he might legitimize himself as another championship threat and possibly upset the apple cart heading in to the last 2 races before the playoffs at Richmond and Bristol. So that might upset any chances that guys like a Harrison Burton, a Jeb Burton, a Justin Haley, or a Noah Gragson might have. Now, looking at this playoff grid in the Xfinity Series, Riley Herbst, Jeremy Clements, Brandon Jones, they're fringe playoff drivers. I don't see them getting past the round of 12, maybe into the round of 8, but that's about it. Gragson I can see making a deep run. Jeb and Harrison Burton I can see making a deep run, but the ones to beat right now are Cindric, Allmendinger, and Allgaier. Potentially Noah Gragson if he can pull out a win or two during the playoffs. But that is my Chase preview. Now we get to some Bombshell news. Now this is something that was not covered by the NASCAR Weekly Podcast crew, and I applaud them for that. I applaud Eric Stepp from Out of the Groove. I applaud Black Flags Matter, Darian Gilliam. However he pronounces his name. Let me check that. Oh yeah, it is Darian Gilliam. So yeah. So I applaud Eric Stepp from Out of the Groove, Darian Gilliam, Black Flags Matter. I applaud the Iceberg, all the guys at NASCAR Weekly Podcast for not covering this on Wednesday night. But I'm going to touch on this because this was a shocker. Late Wednesday night, Denny Hamlin's girlfriend, Jordan Fish, she posted a set of cryptic and shocking tweets. I'm going to read them to you right now. She posted, "I've been quiet for far too long, and I've endured things no one person should ever have to endure, and today was no exception. Denny Hamlin, I hope everyone will finally see you for the person you truly are." She goes on to say, "Myself and our children deserve better than what you have given. I cannot believe I ever thought that someone like you could change, because you cannot. You have a long road ahead of you, and one I, graciously, no longer will be a part of." Okay. Someone on this tweet thread says that this has been well known in the inner circles of the garage for a long time, but I don't know the story. So let's take a look at what this Racing Fan Wins has to say. Yeah. So I don't know what the story is. I don't think any of us know. Any of us in the NASCAR Twitter, NASCAR YouTube circle know what the story is. But after these tweets were posted, Jordan Fish deactivated her Twitter and went private on Instagram. Now, I am led to believe that this is a hack, and here's why. First off, grammatical error right here, and ellipsis is 3 dots, this is only 2. Missing comma right here. Missing period right here. In this second tweet, this period should be a comma, and comma should not be present here. This is the wrong apart. It should be a part, not all one word, apart. And missing comma here. So these grammatical errors lead me to believe that Jordan Fish's Twitter was hacked. Don't know by who. Plus, we do not know Hamlin's side of the story. I don't think we ever will know Hamlin's side of the story. But I digress. So let's get my mug back up here. So, on the Hamlin news, I do not think it's fair for any of us in the NASCAR Twitter, NASCAR YouTube circle to have a take on this. So, again, I applaud the guys at NASCAR Weekly Podcast for backing off, laying off on this. But when I saw this, I kind of had a feeling that I should talk briefly about it. Your mileage may vary, but I do think it's a hack. And as the former victim of a hack on my Discord by a group of trolls, two-factor authentication is your best technological friend in this case. When you use TFA, you not only link your social media to your email, but also to a phone number. And it gives you a 5 or 6 digit code that you can use to make the bots of your social media accounts certain that it's you that's logging in, not a troll or a foreign actor. But anyway, what do you think on this whole situation? Who's your pick for Darlington, and who are your preliminary Championship 4 picks? Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time we enter the garage area. Mike, signing off. Rock on, you guys. Rock on.